Debbie, take Todd and Julie over to the sand pile. I've got to finish my homework.
Okay.
Work means. Work means. And I taught to many people. I first asked, why do you work?
I work strictly for the money. I've got a family and a mortgage, and I got car payments, and if I didn't have to work, I'd be out fishing.
Sure, I work for money, too. Almost everybody's got to do that. But ask me why I really work, well, I'll tell you. I got to be doing something. I get bored sitting around. I got to be up hustling, using my muscles, just living.
What really turns me on is, well, I'm helping to make buildings. I tell my friends, say, you drive downtown and you look at this building and this building and this building. I worked on them.
I used to work by myself, but I changed to this job when it hit me how much I like being around people. Out here, I'm just working away with the guys I like. Funny thing, though, I got a friend who quit this job when it hit him how he wanted to work by himself.
I guess people work for different reasons. To earn money, to be doing something, to be around people, to not be around people. But I wondered, what about me? How I feel, the kinds of things I like to do.
Say, man, what you like should become your work someday. I enjoyed playing basketball when I was coming up. I did well at it because it was fun. Professional basketball is really hard work, but I really dig it. However, there are many things besides basketball, besides sports, which can lead into interesting jobs.
What we like to do could become our work someday. Some things we do at work will remind us of games we've played. When we play, we have fun. When we work, we get it done. We live a life of work and play. What we like to do could become our work someday. Every day, work and play. Every day, work and play. Every day.
What I like to do can become my work someday. I dig that. I also wondered, what other meanings does work have?
As an architect, I love putting things out where people see them. I guess I've always loved making things that would catch people's eye.
Working on this last thread. What took you about?
Well, if the person wants to...
I like being somebody in my class. I think I might be a lawyer someday.
Presented witnesses, which places my client elsewhere other than at the scene.
I love always having a job to do and knowing I've got a place. Oh, may I help you, Miss?
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Oh, it's such a...
You know what I like most? I feel good when I help somebody.
Slide back, all the way until you can feel your...
I like the feeling of being in charge of a team, being the guy who gives the orders.
And cut that end out. Lords, lead the block. This one's gonna go. Utah, wide flank your cutout on 35. Ready? Break!
Your Idaho 124 is clear to land, runway 32. Traffic at Twin Comanche on short final for 3.
I enjoy being responsible for making decisions and getting things done.
Have fun. Keep your hands in the boat. Have fun and keep your hands in the boat.
A little smile.
What my work means to me is expressing myself on film. being as creative as I can.
Okay, you guys, come on, get in by Lori. We need to get a picture of you. Lisa, get down on your ankles. Okay, John, get your head up. Okay, everybody smile.
I think I have the ability to be a good chemist.
It's a great feeling to have a talent and to work it and make it grow.
After all, why shouldn't work be fun?
Right on. What does work mean? What does work mean? Those men are doing work on furniture when they move it. That girl's doing work on her wagon and her friend. And this boy's doing work on the ball when he hits it. If he hits it. I guess in science, work means force or energy passing from one thing to another. I guess work is more than that. When you sit down and think, that's work. It can be your best subject or your worst or just fun, but it's still work. Maybe the best way to think about work is that it's anything you put yourself into. And if work is whatever you put yourself into, then work means something special for every person. I needed to know more, so I asked one more question. What does work mean in your life?
In a sense, I'd have to say work means everything in my life. From the time I was a little girl, I've known what I wanted to be. I've put myself into it, and I've loved it. Beating the skins, or my work, has always been the best way to grow and discover myself. What really turns me on is getting better and better in my art.
Bye, Darren.
What does work mean in my life? Well, let me think about that for a moment. I've done a lot of different things in my life. When I was a boy, I loved sports, and that became part of me. I worked hard at it. I got out of school and went into the Navy, sailed around the world. That experience became part of me. Then I had lots of jobs. Worked in a factory, drove a truck, sold insurance. Then for 30 years, I was a mailman. All these things became part of me. Well, now I'm retired. I do a little of this and a little of that. You know, I'd have to say, work means a lot of things in my life. Every job I've had meant something special.
Throw the ball straight up, okay? Just like that, straight up, soft.
What does work mean in my life? It became important to me a long time ago to do something in life that would help young kids. Kids often have problems because they grow up in a poor neighborhood or the like. Work in my life is building a better community. by helping every kid become the best person he can.
I really had fun with the last guy I talked to. What does work mean in your life?
The way I look at it, your work is everything you do that gives your life meaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I see what you mean.
I like to drive. I get to meet all kinds of interesting people. I mean, that's why I picked this job. That's what gives it meaning for me. But it doesn't mean everything to me, like I do other work on my garden. I love to get my hands in the dirt. I like to watch my flowers grow. And I like feeding my family stuff that I grow in my vegetable garden. So gardening is part of my work because well, it gives me meaning. You see what I mean?
You really are with it.
About my family. And don't think that's not work. But I love it. I mean, watching my kids grow and trying to help them to be the best people they can, I mean, that's a lot of the best kind of work. It tells me who I am. I feel I'm making my mark. It gives me meaning. You see what I mean?
I'm staying with you.
Like, pretend you're an ape. Who's to say what's work and what's just life? Like swinging through the trees, or teaching your kids how to swing, or fighting tigers, or eating bananas, or scratching yourself. Who's to say what should be called work and what shouldn't? What I say is that the whole life you make for yourself, so your life will mean something, that's your work. You see what I mean?
Sure. Let me off at the corner house.
Everybody's only got so much energy and so much time. Whatever you decide to do so you can become yourself, pay or no pay, that's what I call work. That'll be 4 1/4.
4 1/4? That's kind of a rip-off.
$4.25 you owe me.
I owe you? What for?
For driving you over here. For doing my work.
Didn't you say your garden was part of your work?
Yeah?
And your family, weren't they part of your work?
Yeah? Yeah?
Well, did they pay you?
No.
Then why should I? Work has got to have meaning. It's a way to grow, to discover about myself, to build a better community. It gives life meaning. Work is whatever I put myself into.
That's my truck. No, it isn't. That's mine.
And I guess I'd better put myself into this.
Supported by a consortium of 34 educational agencies. This program was produced by Unit Productions of the Utah State Board of Education, under the supervision of AIT, Agency for Instructional Television.